Yeah, give her a Kim because I'm not gonna eat with her.
But don't be mean, just be nice. I'm not mad at you, I swear. He thinks you're mad at him.
Why would I be mad at
I
him?
don't know, but he's not mad at you. In this situation, you should be the one to pull her.
Hey there, thanks for stopping by. Um, in this episode, I was going to review two episodes that ago, but then I thought I needed to talk about a couple of things, so I'll review them individually. Anyway, I'm going to do something that I truly believe in, give credit where credit is due. And I'm going to big up two people. Gemma, because she stuck to her guns, she didn't let Luca and his jealousy sort of knock her off her game. And the other person that I think is very overlooked is Dami. Dami has not been the best boyfriend, in my opinion, but I think as a friend and as a fellow Islander, he's been amazing. He's outdone everybody else, and I wish you'd get the credit for that. I'll go into detail more. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. It's your it's your friend Valerie. In this episode, I'll be reviewing Love Island, Season 8, Episode 51. Okay, I have to go in about Dami. I personally I'm still antsy about the India and Dami relationship. I know it's gone on long. I know they appear to have chemistry. They appear to be getting along in most of their scenes. You always see them together. They're always lovey-dovey. But I think there's something that's been overlooked about Dami that I feel the need to talk about. Dami has his faults. I don't think he's got the maturity enough to be in a seriously committed relationship. That is what I truly believe. I might be wrong, and if I am, I'll own up to that. But and the other second issue is the way he behaved in Casa Amor with Summer, and after India came back from Casa Amor, the things that he said. And I think people have issues with him with the way he and Luca spoke to Tasha and behaved in in the Kiss Mary game, but they've always maintained their stance. I don't knock Luca or Demi because this is something that they've said from the start, and this is something that anyone who wants to be honest can see. Although it was later turned to be used as bullying. Anyway, I digress. Dami has been a friend to everyone in the villa. This is my opinion from what I can see. I know he was a friend to Ekena and he sort of listened to Ekena when Ekena and India were having issues. But I felt some type of way that soon after listening to that, he then started having a relationship with India without telling Ekena. So that was my issue with him. However, besides that, he has been there for Paige. He has been there for Tasha and Andrew, despite their differences. He's been there for Ekin-su and Davide. He's been there now for Jamie and India, and he's been there for Paige. I don't know whether I mentioned her, and so. I think this is why I decided to put in the clip because I think he doesn't get the credit that is due. He's been a friend. Yes, he has his faults, but whenever someone is in crisis or whenever someone is feeling down, he is always there to help sort of try and boost them up, try and pick them up, and leave them feeling better. And this is what I've noticed about him. And I wish people would talk more about that than just focusing on, oh, he's said this about Tasha, he's done this to India. He's also got his good qualities, which I think make him a great person. And I think people should look at him from all angles. Anyway, I love the fact that they were talking at the start of the episode with India, and India was talking about how she take her little fluty thing and be practicing with it. And Demi on his part said, "I'm going to look for that thing and I'm going to break it and hide it because we cannot be taking that back to us when we leave the villa." And so I like his sense of humor, and I like that India accepts him for who he is and is happy to roll with the punches. And I don't know. I don't know. I'm still not happy with the way that relationship started. I think this is why I am still on edge about it, and I still don't understand and haven't noticed the progression of it. I don't know. I don't know because it just went from 0 to 100 without seeing how it started. One minute we were hearing rumors, oh, they might have a connection, and then the next thing we saw them, oh, they're a couple, and this was soon after both their partners had left. But I think they're amazing. They did the challenge, the Malhai Club challenge, and I like the fact that India was very lighthearted about it. She didn't take offense to it. She actually cheered Demi on when one of the girls was sort of doing up his seatbelt. So I like that they can see the funny side of things, and even when they're angry with one another, they do sort of hash things out. So I like that about them. I'm sad to see that they're in the bottom three, but that's to be expected because people have been out for Dami since the whole Tasha incident. Um, from there, we go to Gemma and Luca. Gemma and Luca, I said this before in one of the episodes that Luca is very controlling, and the problem that he has is the person that is decided to connect is in a relationship with does not like to be controlled because I think had it been somebody else, he would have outdone Jax by now. The way Jax treated Paige, if he had a partner who was very submissive and whatever, but Gemma is able to stick to her guns. When she's right, she knows she's right, and she sticks to her guns. She doesn't let anyone bully her. So they did the challenge. Gemma licked Adam. That rubbed Lucas some type of way. He was stroppy. He pushed Gemma away when she went to attend to him, and so they still made out in the booth when everybody else was making up. And so Gemma noticed that. And when they came back, she was sort of upset about it. That why is he, being all moody? This is just a challenge. It's not like I'm doing anything else. And he sort of tried to play it off like, oh, I'm not angry, I'm not angry. And then when he sat down with Gemma, tried to pretend like he wasn't angry. And Gemma can read BS, and so she was able to call him out and tell him, "How can you say that when I can see your face?" And then he said, "Well, I'm no longer angry. I was angry, but I'm no longer angry at this point. I've moved on from it." And she called him out for it. And he then became stroppy and sort of stormed. I think he wanted to leave the villa. I think he wanted to create such a scene and leave the villa because he didn't like the fact that she was calling him out. And I think production stopped him. That's why he sat down because he sort of looked up and there was someone in front of him. And then he suddenly put his glasses on and sat down and just was sulking there until he came. And it took everybody to mother them to sort of make up, and they're saying, everyone was saying, oh, they're too stubborn, they're too stubborn. I think Luca realized that he can only push Gemma so much before she pushes back, and he realized that he didn't have as much power over her as he thought he did. And I think this is why he was taken aback. They did later. Dami tried his best to sort of mediate, to go in between them and try and get them to make up until he convinced um, Luca to sort of take Gemma to the terrace and have a conversation. And I think Luca felt or thought at some point he would wear down Gemma and she would apologize, and Gemma stood her ground, which I have to commend her for. I've said this before. Gemma is one of the most mature 19-year-olds I've ever seen. Anyway, from there we go to David and Ekin-su. Ekin-su, I think Ekin-su likes to be center of attention, and she'll do anything to make sure that in every episode she's highlighted. In this episode, she was upset. Nobody knew why she was upset. Davide made the carbonara, and then she confessed that she was upset because he said he would try and explore other relationships once they left the villa, and she didn't think that was appropriate. And Davide, you could see from his reaction, he wasn't, but he was just entertaining her for the sake of it. Because once they sat down and they had a conversation, he then turned around and said, "Oh, we've made up, we've moved on. That's it." They're safe from elimination, so I don't know. I don't know. It's going to be a nightmare. I think Ekensu realized that if she could make herself the center of attention, then the chances of her being eliminated would be very slim because then the audience would be bored. And I think this is where she does play whatever game she's playing. From the Tasha and Andrew, Tasha and Andrew are also safe, which they were taken aback by. They enjoyed themselves in the Mile House Club as usual, to be expected. They're always, under the duvet doing God knows what. I think Andrew has explored that salon so much. He's renovated and he sold it. He's bought it back. He's renovated. Oh, he did a. One of the girls sort of questioned whether they'd been to something had happened in Tasha's salon, and Tasha sort of just smiled and laughed, and everybody knew. I don't know that relationship. I don't know. I don't know with Emperor and Tasha. It never goes anywhere anyway. They seem to be happy. They seem to be moving on. They are happy that they're safe from elimination, which is, hey, kudos to them. And then Danica and Jamie. Hmm. Sadly, Danica and Jamie are in the bottom three. Um, I think Danica and Jamie have. It's sad that he's coming towards the final week, and so time for anyone to see their relationship develop is not available. And I think this is why they are at risk of going home because the fans haven't had time to be invested in them. And because everybody else has been couples longer, there's a highly likelihood that they are the ones going home. Paige and and Adam, I think, were the most surprised because they didn't expect themselves to be in the bottom. I think they thought they were safe, and if else was going to be in the bottom, it was most likely going to be Tasha and Andrew. Well, Paige and Adam. Paige did her dance on the challenge. She licked Luca, and this was Gemma's argument that when Paige licked him, I didn't say anything. So why is he upset that I licked somebody else? So I think Paige and Adam, they seem happy, they seem content. I think they are looking at the home stretch. I don't know how long or how that relationship will play out in society, but hey, we'll see how that goes. They seem happy, they seem content up until we came to elimination and then they realized they're in the bottom three. I don't think they'll go home though. I don't think they'll go home because Adam has got his following from his previous seasons. So chances of them going home, I don't think are there. I think if nothing else, the production put them in the bottom three just to get fans riled up and make sure that people are definitely voting for them. That's just my opinion. Anyway, I digress. Thanks guys for watching. See you next time. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Bye everyone.